enjoyed by the young and the old. As a ski leader, it is vitally important that we know as much about our groups as possible before heading out onto the piste for an enjoyable ski session. This short film should cover most relevant aspects and further your knowledge of what you should know about your group prior to any session. As soon as one sees the group, we should check visually their clothing. Make sure it is suitable for the task at hand and that they're not wearing a tailored dinner suit. Leggings, long johns, or garters address the problem of heat loss from the lower body. But what else does this fine fellow need? A thermal T-shirt for warmth, and a pair of salopettes for protection against the snow, wind, and rain if you happen to be out on Nevis Range. A ski-specific jacket will be designed with insulation meant to help fight the cold and will most likely be waterproof. Find out whether your group have ski socks, as shorter socks could cause chafing from the boots. Keep that noggin safe, lad. Goggles and gloves complete our student's outfit. Vital equipment that your group should carry on includes their lift pass, insurance details, and if there's been a holiday romance or two, Mr. Hearn, something for those chapped lips. As you yourself are a member of the group would have a high level of responsibility, ensure you carry all the previous items as well as a first aid kit, identification such as a driver's license, and a cellular phone. Medical information is phenomenally important to know beforehand. Conditions such as diabetes need to be addressed to avoid situations like this. Another condition which needs to be discussed with an afflicted student is epilepsy. This is important as you should know what triggers an attack and what to do should this situation arise. Heart conditions should be asked about. This next fellow's instructor neglected to ask anyone in the group whether they suffered from a medical condition. Oh dear. Ask any asthma sufferers to either surrender their inhalers to you or to keep them in an obvious front pocket, lest you may find yourself facing a scene like this one picturing an asthma attack. Past injuries, which could hinder a student's safety or make a lesson uncomfortable for them, should be digressed and explained fully, otherwise you may put short one of your class's holiday. This lad neglected to mention he'd been skiing on a broken leg for more than a week. The importance of lunch is paramount to a good day's skiing, especially if you're teaching a younger group who may succumb to exhaustion without a nutritious midday meal. Also, remember to keep hydrated. The value of a hot drink to replace lost fluids and reserve taken from you by the biting cold air and exercise cannot be argued by anyone. If your group are younger, bring a flask of hot chocolate as a treat at lunchtime for them. It's a clever way of keeping them hydrated and keeping them warm. Just remember to ask parents whether anyone has allergies. Stopping for a snack break during your lesson ensures that if any members of your group are lagging behind due to cold or hunger, they get a welcome chance to replace calories. After all, who wants to end up with a group looking like this? This situation is a familiar one for many first-time skiers, so ask your group to be honest with you about their standard of skiing. Taking absolute novices down a steep black run could only lead to injuries or even death. Of course, this situation could just as easily be turned on its head by you deciding to teach a group of advanced skiers basic snowplow and boring them half to death. Just by asking some sensible questions and watching a few runs down a blue slope, you could save your business for one thing and your conscience about group safety for another. Don't let your beginners end up like this. Other useful information to know about your group beforehand could include anything from how comfortable they are with their pole plant to how their new ski boots feel. To you, these things may just sound silly or of no use, but to someone who's never skied before or is nervous about getting back on skis after an injury, you could be putting their mind at ease. For someone staying for a whole season who's worried about wearing down their boots, you could even ask whether they bought their seal skis for the commute to and from the piste.